Stuck with her.
Who's answering the questions?
You can sit on that.
Saw that cricket, Daddy.
That's cricket.
Daddy, saw that.
Cricket.
Daddy,
Okay.
Baby Alex not here.
Yeah, she's not here. Baby Isla's not here. She's with Mama. We'll go back soon though, okay? 2 minutes. Let me talk. Okay?
She saw it.
Alright. Don't know how long I have here, so let's do this.
Usman, we've seen you celebrate centuries in a lot of different ways. I'm not sure if we've ever seen you throw a bat or drop a bat. What was it? What did you mean by it?
Honestly, don't know. I think it was a culmination of 3 Ashes tours in England and being dropped in 2 of them. And I don't read the media. I genuinely do not read the media. But I mean, I'm getting sprayed by the crowd as I'm walking out there today, and as I'm going to the nets, that I can't score runs in England. So I guess it was just a bit more emotional than normal. I feel like I'm saying this all the time. Same thing happened in India. Not that I have a point to prove, but it's nice to go out and score runs for Australia, and yeah, just to show everyone that, you know, the last 10 years hasn't been a fluke.
Aren't you supposed to kind of mellow as you get older? Do you actually feel like it's going the other way?
I think I'm just way more comfortable in being myself nowadays. Where when I was younger, I was probably a bit worried about what it may look like, what things may happen. Now what you see is what you get. This is Usman, and I don't try to hide it. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I do everything, but I'm happy to be out there and show it and to show everyone the real me. I think they respect it more, and I think I enjoy it more. So, yeah, I don't know why the bat throw happened, but it happened. That was me. Yeah.
You can ask about just the tempo at which you're able to bat today. Like, was it a deliberate thing for as a team and yourself individually not to get sort of drawn into the way that England batted yesterday and that really up tempo, fast scoring kind of cricket, but rather to do it your way?
I mean, yeah, it's hard not to get taken away by it. The way they batted yesterday was pretty entertaining. Even for someone like me who was on the field, some of the shots were really entertaining. Test cricket, Rudy reverse lapping him, and Brooksy charging down, hitting over the top of cover. I mean, it's great to watch. I understand why people enjoy watching it, but it doesn't matter how you win in Test cricket. It's all about trying to win. So, you know, whether they win or whether we win at the end of this Test match, no one would care how you did it, whether you scored a 6 and over, whether you scored a 3 and over. This is why Test match is beautiful. It's a beautiful game. You know, credit to them. If they beat us this Test match, even if the way they play it, they earned it. And if we do the same, then we've earned it. So, yeah, you've got to do things your way. I've learned that over a long career.
And speaking about learning things, and you talk about learning and playing in England, just a few of the guys you batted with today, learning the way they've played spin, like Alex Carey's clearly put away the reverse sweep, except for maybe in the last few overs of play. Trav, who had some trouble on the subcontinent last year, played Moeen pretty well today, like just the way that they've developed their game.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest, it wasn't turning much through the middle there for most of the period, so Moeen wasn't bowling in too much, where in India it was ragging off the middle. That was a very different condition, so it's always easy to bat against spin in these conditions. Like, it's the same at home. First innings is quite easy to bat against spin. If you have enough shots and you're comfortable and you back yourself, you can score a lot of runs against spin, and the guys did that today. And England, to their credit, they stuck to their guns. They kept the fielder up and eventually got the wicket of Heady by just keeping the guys up. And yeah, so it was a good cat and mouse right there. And credit to them, Alex and Travis work really hard on their games. You know, Carey's got all the shots against the spin. It's just a matter of when he wants to pull the trigger. So yeah, they batted beautifully today. Hopefully Carey can keep going on tomorrow and get a big one.
Was he well played? Just in terms of, like, you talked about watching England bat, but even when you were out there batting, there's obviously quite a bit of colour and movement in terms of they're constantly working on a way to get you out. You know, it's not really, there's never any sort of stopping and waiting and containing, and there's a lot of, you know, they're working your mind all day. How important to, I suppose, stick to your game through that and not try to kind of counter every little thing they do?
My game is changing constantly while I'm out there. I'm changing things, I'm looking at fields, I'm changing the way I play, changing my setup on the crease. It's never as simple as just doing the same thing over and over again. The process is simple because I'm doing it over and over and again, but I'm not brain dead out there. I have to watch what the field's doing and what I think they might try to do, and then play accordingly. It's hard to pick up these nuances when you're watching from the sideline. But my brain's always ticking while I'm out there. Unless I'm off strike, maybe I switch off then for a little bit. But majority, stop swiping through the camera. It's not it's okay. It's okay. You can do it later. You can do it Dad's phone. You can do it Dad's phone. But yeah, it's constant cat and mouse going on out there.
I guess just further to that, some of the field settings that we saw today are possibly not what you might expect to see over here at certain periods of the game. Was that ever a bit, I guess, not put you off, but you weren't expecting that?
No, I know Stokes is his own man. I love the fact that he does things his own way, but there's definitely a hint of Baz McCullum in there. So I played against Baz when he was captaining New Zealand, and I found it was a very similar thing. At one stage, I remember him putting everyone on the offside, and the next ball he put everyone on the leg side. I think Stokes maybe taking a little bit of that for his own thing, but the fact is I like that Stokes does it his own way. He challenges the game, and he challenges people in different ways, his bowlers too, and us batsmen while we're batting. We're here to entertain, and I think that stuff is extremely entertaining, and you love watching it. Even the last ball where he just literally went right next to the bowler and said, look, you got a free hit for 6 or 4 if you want it. Luckily, Kerry just blocked it and we went off the field. But, I love that kind of stuff. It's cool.
Just on a personal point, again, is he just batting in England on this tour compared to the other ones you've come on? How different does it feel for you this time?
I guess it's just different because in my heart, probably know it's going to be my last tour in England, unless I pull a Jimmy Anderson somehow playing when I'm 41. In my head, it's probably the last tour I'll be on. So for me, it was just about enjoying it. My wife's been awesome to me. She's been my rock throughout my career, and even so when I've been back, she's just like me. How I said every match is a bonus, every test match is a bonus for me because we thought my career was over. Herself and these young ones, they keep me grounded and make me realise there's a lot to life and a lot of good stuff, inshallah, after I stop playing cricket. And I think that kind of perspective just makes it a lot easier for me to go out and just play and try to enjoy it as much as possible, whether I get a duck or 100. You kind of realise that nothing lasts forever. So for me, I'm enjoying this. Whether I got 100 or not, I would have enjoyed this test match. I would have enjoyed this whole series. So it is always nicer when you get 100 though.
Nice way to finish. Thanks, mate.
Good girl.
When you said last two, do you mean last two here or last two was changed?
No, last two is here.
Okay. No, that's right. Just for a second, I was like, hang on.